Regeneration for me is not always that simple. For many years I used to adapt to the world around me instead of regenerating myself to fit into a symbiotic earth or being part of the world around me. And so now, really for the past 16 years, I see myself as a symbiotic human being, Homo symbiosis, as a regenerator, trying to leave this planet better than we found it. I've always believed that we're crew members of Spaceship Earth, but now I've even pushed it a little bit further that we need to all be regenerators and leave the Earth better than we found it, to regenerate it, to restore it, and not only just on the outside, but for us personally. So for me, I also regenerate myself every single day so that I can feel great, so that I'm healthy and happy. I am not only a nomad, I travel all over the world. This year I'll be in 31 countries speaking at 200 events. That's pretty hard because I'm in a lot of different places around the world, and so how can I maintain that health? Well, for me, my health is a microcosmos of the earth around me. Well, how does that work when you're in 31 countries and 200 events a year? That's pretty hard to do. So I've had to find a way to regenerate me internally, but also a way to regenerate no matter where I go in the world. And so I see myself as trying to leave every place I go to better than I found it, and to integrate with the ecology, the environment around me as well. And so it's really this regenerator process. And it's always creating those conditions conducive to life, creating the ability to flourish and regenerate yourself every single day. It's a process, and it's a beautiful process, and works really well for me. Regeneration in 2040 it is a unique number that also, or year that really kind of aligns with your 2040. And I like that they've picked it. To go back to the fundamentals of how I believe regeneration is and things, in all living systems, and biology, and ecology, and environment, 1 + 1 never, ever, ever, ever equals 2. It's what we call a super exponential. It's not just an exponential, which is 30x. It's a super exponential. It's 100x, 200x, 3000x. It's a super exponential. And if we realize that regeneration is part of that symbiotic formula of life, that we really easily, from today, we're in 2023, can regenerate ourselves and the places wherever we are around us to really have that exponential impact to heal our soils, to heal our planet, and to heal ourselves most importantly, because this earth, wherever we're at, is a microcosmos of the health of our bodies. And when we realize that we kind of play a part in that health, that's a big factor. And so I definitely think it's possible. And it's just kind of like what we're seeing here in La Punt is a beautiful place of regeneration, and we can continue to see how it's growing, even with the struggles that they have here with population and new children, that there is possibilities to regenerate degraded or thriving places in the earth, no matter what. The way we get there is that we realize that we're all crew members of this Spaceship Earth, that we're all regenerators. Whether we believe in the process or not, whether we've been educated or talked about it or even thought about it by questioning ourselves, we're part of this symbiotic earth. And so we can fight against it, we can use mechanism and reductionism to fight against it, or we can become part of that symbiotic earth and become regenerators and really get active in the process. There's two differences. One of them is kind of a neoliberalism, a neo-Darwinism approach where you actually have a limit to growth, a limit to evolution. There's this great thing that's, it's an ecological phenomenon. It's called symbiosis, and it's the fastest growing method of human evolution, but it's also the most innovative form and process we've ever seen in our world before. If we apply symbiosis into our lives, which is a core of regeneration, boy, things just go well. It's a better model. We feel better, we have abundance, we regenerate our health, we regenerate the earth around us, and then more people are attracted to that. And then it reaches this critical mass and spreads. If you were to take that model that I just described, bits and pieces out of it, and put it head to head towards a capitalistic or an extractive model, guess what? Hands down, I will always win. I'm not in competition with it, I don't want to beat it, but I just will, because it's a better model. It's the way the world has always worked and always will. First of all, for us personally, an action that we could take is first realize that that's the goal, the vision, the future that we want to have. That's what we want to live at. And then take little steps. Little things are great. The way you eat, the way you leave places better than you found it, the way you travel, the way you interact in your work and in your environment. There's so many little things that you can do that pile up and also kind of make a shift in your habit. And once you've got yourself really in this regenerative modus, and that's how you act as a regenerative citizen, and you kind of take that pledge and exude that, then it's a lot easier not only to be an example for others, but also to spread that message, and then that community and that example grows. You also realize, wow, this is a better model, so not only do I have these other things taken care of, now I can do much more. And so the first thing is really the realization, the vision of what does a world that works for everyone look like for me, or what is my purpose or why? And it's funny how people kind of tend to gravitate towards the answer, saying, well, it's not just about money, it's not just about a new job, it's not just about this next purchase that I make or starting a family. It's about regeneration. It's about a world that works for everyone, which all starts with us.